I can do anything. I can do everything. 100K.
Why is this so good?
I have 20 scenes left, okay? So I'm starting this vlog off in my kitchen because I just got back from doing some groceries and I need to put them away. But I also wanted to start this vlog because I'm trying to get my life together in many, many ways. In every sense of the word, I want to get my life together. Health-wise, Ben writing-wise, finance-wise. I'm just trying to get sorted out, okay? So I've officially finished work for the holidays. Today is my first Monday off, other than the time that I took off to go to Jamaica. So I started a new job last week. I worked last week and now I'm off for essentially the winter break. I don't go back to work until January 9th. So I have some plans for the next roughly 3 weeks. And most of those plans are just getting my life in order, you know? This vlog in particular is going to be about me getting back into writing Ben and what my plan is for finishing the second draft of Ben before I start work again in January. 21 days, okay? And so the other night I was thinking about coming up with a system to help me kind of get motivated and just really inspire me to get this second draft done. I'm motivated to. It's just I think I need a little extra something to kind of make it a little bit more exciting. So the first thing I did, I went into my draft and I counted how many scenes I have left. So not how many chapters. I broke it down even more into the individual scenes that I have left to write. And I have 20 scenes left, okay? It sounds like a lot, but it also doesn't sound like a lot. And so essentially that would be 1 scene a day that I would have to write. And I feel like there are certain scenes that are short enough that I can maybe get 2 scenes written in a day. We'll see. So the last week or so, I haven't been feeling all that great physically and health-wise. I haven't been eating well. I haven't been taking care of myself. Last night, I was just feeling so low. I was feeling so crappy. I went to bed at 6:30 p.m. and I didn't get out of bed until 6 a.m. this morning. I felt quite rested, you know. I didn't have the best sleep, but I think I slept long enough where I feel, you know, fairly rested. My energy today is not that bad. So what I'm gonna do is put this stuff away. I'm gonna make myself an Earl Grey tea because I've been craving an Earl Grey tea. And then I'm gonna make a stir fry, which I've made the same 2 meals for the last like 4 months. That's pretty much all I've been eating unless I eat out. So I've just been making the same 2 dishes, which are really delicious, but I have really missed cooking and making different things. It's just those are the quickest ones that I can make. While I'm working, I just have no time or energy for anything. So those were my 2 meals. But now that I have some time off, I'm gonna be making things that I used to make and new things, you know? So today is a stir fry with some veggies and tofu. That's what I'm gonna have for lunch today. Later on, I do have an appointment. I need to go to the dentist and get a cavity filled, so we're doing that today. Okay, so let's talk a little bit. I feel like I haven't really vlogged in quite a while. So first of all, we're gonna look at this new mug of mine. I was gifted this mug by my cousin on Saturday night. We had a little cousin family Christmas Secret Santa thing that we've been doing for the last few years. So my cousin got me this mug. She also got me another mug. It's a friend's mug. She got me 2 horror movies, The Fly, which is like one of my all-time favorite horror movies, and The Burning. And then she also got me this. It's very exciting. So that's new. And then as far as general life stuff, I have gone over and done my little goals list for 2023. I've also done my little deep cleaning checklist for the next few weeks because I'm gonna be doing a major deep clean of my apartment, a declutter, a reorganization, a minimizing of things. I really need to minimize the things that are just stuff that I'm holding on to that I don't, you know, as they say, that doesn't bring me joy anymore, that isn't serving me anymore. I'm gonna be doing a massive deep clean. That is one of my big things that I'm gonna be doing over the next 3 weeks. Now let's talk about what we're really here for, which is the Ben writing. Getting back into writing Ben, finishing the second draft of Ben. Okay? I don't know what the title of this video is yet, but it's probably something along those lines. So full disclosure, I have not written Ben in weeks. I don't remember, like, maybe the end of October was the last time I wrote anything substantial in Ben. So I'm due for some writing and I am like, my soul is crying for it. And it really wants to finish this draft by January 9th. So the other day I went through my draft and I looked at how many scenes I have left to write. I'm so excited to finish this book and put it out there. It's happening. It's happening. But I thought about how making this kind of last bit of writing Ben a little bit more fun, a little bit more appealing. And so I thought instead of just checking off when I've completed a chapter, which is great, but it's still a little bit too big, I wanted to make smaller little things that I can check off to kind of help with my momentum and just excitement, you know, of completing little bits. So I decided to write each scene out that I still had yet to write onto a sticky note, and I'm going to put them on my wall. I'm going to have 2 columns, need to write and done writing. It's essentially like a Kanban board, I guess, but specifically for Ben and just what I have left of this second draft. So I'm gonna put all these sticky notes on the one side, and every time I finish a scene, which I feel like breaking the chapters down by scenes makes it a little bit more manageable and less, you know, insurmountable. So I'm gonna have these on the one side, and then as I finish each scene, I'm just gonna put them onto the next side, which I think is gonna be really exciting. And I'm really gonna look forward to finishing a scene so I can take my sticky note from the one side and put it on the other side. I feel like I'm excited to do that. So I'm gonna be setting that up today. I don't know exactly where I wanna put it. There's like a spot, you know what? I've decided. It's gonna be so good.
Guess that's what I get for leaning into the best friend. Now I've got one more accent, 2 less hands here for holding. Ignored all of my reasons for running far from my feelings. Now I'm down on my knees and watching you as you're leaving. I hear you say goodbye.
Okay, I'm gonna try to eat this pretty quick because I'm supposed to be going to the dentist and I'm supposed to leave in a half hour. So I've made my stir fry. Now I haven't made stir fry in a very long time, and even when I was making them semi-regularly, I don't know that I was ever any good. But here we are. So I've got a bunch of veggies, I got the rice noodles, I got tofu. The sauce that I'm using is like a pad thai sauce that I've had forever. In fact, the best before date was July of this year, and I still put it in here because you know what? I feel like there's enough sodium in this that there's some degree of preservation beyond the best before date, and it's the best before. So maybe this isn't the best, but it's fine. Let me try a little piece of tofu first. Oh wait a minute. I also just finally bought more sesame seeds. I ran out of them and for the longest time didn't. Look at it. Cute. Okay, now we're ready. I mean, it smells pretty good. Okay, that tasted good. Oh my god. Oh, that's delicious. Okay, I'm into it. This is good. I honestly miss cooking so much. Why is this so good? I can only imagine what the sauce tastes like if it's not expired. I want to eat all of this. So as far as my whole finishing the second draft of Ben by the time I go back to work, like my whole getting back into writing Ben, my plan is to write every day. I'm definitely not going to do any sort of word count goal every day. I would love to at least do 1 scene a day, because if I don't, I have like 1 day of like wiggle room, but otherwise I essentially have to write 1 scene a day or more than 1 scene a day to be able to finish by the night. So I think instead of a word goal, because I don't know what the word count's going to be, I want to say I have at least 10K left to write, maybe less, maybe more, I have no idea. So I think what I'm going to do is give myself a time goal every day. And so because I am off the next 22 days, I have a lot of time, but I am taking into consideration the fact that a couple of these days are they're gonna be family days, you know, it's the holidays, so Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, that sort of stuff. There's things going on, so I might have a little bit less time. But I want my minimum kind of Ben working day to be 4 hours. They don't need to all be consecutive. I can do a half hour here, an hour there. You know, I can break it up however I need to, depending on what I'm doing that day, as long as I get at least 4 hours in a day. Now, the other thing that I also need to take into consideration is that I'm doing this whole life and apartment deep clean. That's also gonna be taking a significant chunk of my time. So what I've decided to do is not start my deep clean until I've kind of gotten into the routine with Ben of writing and getting some work done and making some progress in Ben. So I think I'm gonna give myself a little bit of breathing room that way. I know that once I start deep cleaning, it's going to be very, very exhausting. So I do really want to give myself a sort of head start with my Ben progress, and then I'll fold in the life and apartment deep clean. I've also decided that I'm not gonna try to get my 100 horror movies that I haven't seen in the year goal. I'm at like 70, I think I'm in the mid 70s now, but I'll still watch horror movies. I'm just not going to try to fit in another 25 movies because that's obviously, it takes time out of my day. So if I have time or as a little reward or something, I'll watch a horror movie, but my priority for sure over the next 3 weeks is finishing the second draft of Ben and doing my life and apartment deep clean, declutter, minimize, all that stuff. Anyway, I gotta get ready to go to the dentist, so I'm gonna go do that. And then I think I'm gonna do some Ben writing tonight. I'm excited. Okay, so it is much later in the day. It's 8 p.m. right now. I am back from the dentist. I also went to go visit my parents. The freezing is finally gone away. So I was originally planning to start my official writing of Ben, getting back into Ben tomorrow, but I think I'm gonna try to do some writing tonight. It'd be great to do at least 2 hours, but I do want to get to bed as early as possible. I've also decided, because I know there's gonna be days where getting a full 4 hours might be difficult. So I do have a few alternative kind of goals for my daily writing. So 4 hours is definitely what I want to aim for, but I think I can maybe make it so that it's either 4 hours or at least one scene that I finish. So maybe one scene I can write in, 2 hours or an hour and a half or whatever. So if I manage to finish at least one scene in a day, even if it's not the full 4 hours of writing, then that will definitely count as my target for the day. Essentially, I do still want to leave room to give myself some grace, especially with the holidays and stuff, but I'm really trying to get this second draft done by January 9th. So that's what we're working on. Also, I'm sorry if I'm ever out of focus in any of these shots because, I don't know, my autofocus has been a little bit weird lately. So right now my approach to finishing this draft is I'm gonna go through the scenes and see which ones would be the easiest kind of to finish and that won't take me as long. So I think I'm gonna do a couple of those first just to get the ball rolling and get a good head start with this, and then I will go back and do the harder scenes. Like there's 2 scenes from chapter 12 that I need to go back and fix, but they're gonna be very difficult to write. So I'm saving that for a little bit later, maybe not the very end, but I definitely want to do a few quick kind of easier scenes so that I can just build up my confidence a little bit, because it's been a little while. So currently I'm on scene 4 of chapter 18. This is also another one of those scenes that's gonna be hard to write because there's a chunk of it that is missing. So I need to now come up with that and put at least a rough draft of that in for this draft. I'm gonna read over it, and if nothing is kind of really coming to me quickly, I'm probably gonna move on to the following scene, which is cute. This is a cute scene. I like this scene. But yeah, I'm just gonna go through kind of scene by scene and then see which ones are the easiest and start with those so that I can get at least a few scenes under my belt before things get a little crazy with Christmas Eve and Christmas and New Year's Eve and stuff. So I think I need to do a bit of reading just because it has been a little while. So I'm going to do a little bit of reading and then get to some writing. I'm really trying to remind myself that this draft is very much filling in gaps and things that were missing, and then also changing things based on changes that I've made in this draft. So I'm not doing line level, I'm not doing line level edits, I'm just doing bigger changes that I need to make structurally and then filling in gaps. That's all I'm doing. I'm not looking at all the ways that I've said things poorly.
I'm not really sure what happened just now. It's all a blur from when you walked in, walked out. I'm used to being on the ready, but you got me unsteady. Driving home, going in circles with questions. Something about you's got me pulled new directions.
Good morning. So it's about 8:30 right now. I woke up at about 7. I did my little morning plan for the day. I did some journaling, and now I'm gonna get into some Ben writing. So last night I did a little bit of work on Ben as well. I got probably about an hour of work done. I was a little bit interrupted, but I managed about an hour. And what I did was something I wasn't expecting to do, but once I looked at the scene, I was like, oh, I need another scene here. So I essentially wrote the zero draft of kind of a new scene. which is great for not having written Ben in a month. It came fairly easily. It was very rough, and I let it be rough, and I felt myself being like, this is trash. But then also being like, yeah, but you're writing. I'm currently at 99,365 words, so I feel like I'm gonna be passing the 100K mark, which I have never done in a novel, and this is very exciting. It's also a little bit worrisome because my zero draft was 75K for the whole thing, and I'm at basically 100K, and I'm still on chapter 18 of 24. So I'm not done this writing session because I want to finish this scene, but I just wanted to document that I have passed 100K. That's crazy. So I've obviously showered and gotten ready for the day. I just finished filming my little video, which I'm really excited about. I hope that it's helpful. Right now it's about 2:30. I'm a bit hungry, so I'm gonna heat up some of that leftover pad thai that I made yesterday. But before I do that, I wanted to quickly talk about my writing progress that I've made today. Very exciting. First of all, I finished the scene that I started last night. It was basically done. I just added a couple of things. So I finished that extra scene that I've added in, and I finished scene 5. The scene where I needed to add a chunk of stuff that wasn't there before because I didn't know what to write. So I have added that chunk of stuff. It's not good. It's terrible. It's trash. But it's written. I feel like I got the gist down, and I might be able to scrape together enough of like little gold nuggets in what I've written to melt down and then turn into something good. I think I have a good base. I definitely have a good zero draft of that chunk that I was missing, and I'm happy with it for what it is, having filled in this gaping hole that was this scene. So very exciting. I'm at like 903 words or so for the day so far. I've done roughly an hour and 15 minutes. I didn't exactly time it. It was definitely over an hour, but it was less than an hour and a half. Now technically I have reached my goal of finishing a scene today, but I'm feeling so good, like so pumped. I have my Earl Grey tea, I'm all showered, I put my makeup on, I filmed a video already. Like I'm feeling very productive and just like I'm ready to go and do more writing. I might potentially finish chapter 18 today, and if so, that's very exciting because chapter 19 is just one scene, and I feel like I can absolutely finish that tomorrow. But these next few chapters, definitely there are a lot of details missing, so it might not be as easy peasy. But I don't know, I'm feeling good about it. I'm telling you, like, just as soon as I'm done work, everything just clears up. Everything just feels better. I feel lighter. I'm already starting to just feel happy again. Not that I'm not happy when I'm working. In a lot of ways, I'm very happy when I'm working. But in so many more ways, I'm absolutely dying. I'm miserable. I'm exhausted constantly in every way. So it's been feeling really good to be able to breathe, you know, and just get back to the things that I love to do that make me happy, like cooking for myself, writing, vlogging, video editing, like all the things that I just love to do. I'm doing them and it feels so good. This whole getting back into writing Ben, I'm loving the sticky notes, by the way. I'll show you what it looks like. I mean, there's only 2 sticky notes on the done writing side, but I'm loving it. I like stuck it and restuck it a couple times because it felt that good, you know? And yeah, that's kind of the update for now. I'm gonna eat some lunch, and then essentially the rest of the day is gonna be me alternating between writing Ben and video editing, and I could not be happier. I might even throw on a horror movie at some point. I don't know. Like, I have so much time on my hands. I can do anything. I could do everything. So here is the little Kanban wall. As you can see, there's only one technically missing from here because I did add a scene. So there's 2 on this side. I've completed 2, added 1, and this is what we have left. There's still quite a bit to do, but I'm feeling good about it. Okay, so it's a little bit later. It's about 6:30 right now. Time got away from me a little bit. So after I ate some food, I started to offload all the footage and stuff for the video that I'm going to be editing today. And then I remembered that I wanted to go to Michael's because I wanted to buy some yarn for a blanket that I wanted to make. So I went and did that. These are the two colors for the blanket. It's gonna be, I haven't quite decided. I think I'm gonna do yellow with like little strips of gray throughout and then a gray border around it. Or maybe just a solid yellow in the middle and then just a gray border. I haven't quite decided, but I'll show you because I'm hoping to get it done in the next couple weeks. So there's that. I also got white because I was thinking of making like little crochet sheep. I thought that would be so cute because then I could put the little crochet sheep onto, like stitch it onto the blanket itself and just have a couple of sheep running through. I do need some black or maybe like a dark gray for, you know, I don't know. I have to look up some sort of pattern for how to make sheep. I'm not super well versed in crochet, but I do like doing it. It's very relaxing for me. I like that I can kind of focus. It's great. So I'm really excited to make this. A friend of mine just had a baby, so I'm making this little blanket for the baby. But anyway, all that being said, I'm about to hop into a little bend session. I think I'm gonna write for about an hour, and then I'm gonna go see my parents for a little bit, and when I get back, I'll probably just be spending the rest of the night doing some editing because I haven't started that yet. I also kind of want to start this blanket tonight just because, you know, I want to do that.
Feeling all lost in the waves now, taking me over, making me older, making me doubt what I say now. Monsters in my head, yeah, they keep on calling, never ending till the moment you walked in. You've got this hypnotic effect when you're next to me. One look at you.
Okay, so it's the next day. It's December 21st. It's about 2:30. I just got back from lunch with a friend of mine, and I have another friend who's going to be over in the next, like within the next hour. So I don't have a lot of time, but I did want to do a quick little update about last night. I ended up finishing scene 6 of chapter 18, and I started a little bit of scene 7 of chapter 18. So I'm feeling pretty good. I think I'm doing pretty well. I have 3 scenes done so far, one of which was an extra scene that I added in. So I've checked off 2 from my little post-it note side, and I added a post-it note for the scene that I wrote. Today I haven't written yet, and my friend's gonna be here soon, and they're gonna be over for a few hours, so I probably won't be writing until after 9 p.m. tonight. But I do feel pretty good about finishing scene 7 of chapter 18, which will finish up chapter 18 for me, which is a very big chapter. There's a lot of scenes. Feeling really creatively motivated, and the words, I don't know, it's just coming easier to me. It's feeling so much easier now, and that's amazing. I love that so much. Again, my goal is to finish this draft by January 9th, so stay tuned for that. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what you're writing. Let me know what you're working on. Let me know what you're reading. Let me know what you're watching. Let me know all the things. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, all of that stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and if you got to the end of this video, comment down below, stay gold, because you are gold. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.